What's up, guys? Back into another reaction to the Nana manga, this time with volume 14, chapter 51. Looking forward to this. Just gonna recap the last chapter real quickly for my own good. We obviously had the meeting of these super fans right here. Well, super fan might not be the right word for it, but these organized kind of organizers of the fans, I guess. Very beautiful woman here that we see have relations with Yasu, I believe. Very beautiful. You guys know my favorite was actually this girl right here. I think she looked absolutely fantastic. But yeah, we had a slight interaction between the Osaki sisters, which was really cool. I think that will be much more explored as we go forward. We had this interesting segment here as well with this girl getting interviewed by this absolute rat bag guy who manages Yuri. But yeah, just some really awesome stuff with a lot of new characters introduced there. Nana's sister, of course, sent a letter to Nana. Not sure what we're going to be covering today, but like I said, we saw Yasu actually meet with this very beautiful woman right here, and Shin and Nobu ended up seeing that. Again, you guys know I've been mentioning this whole time about Yasu not having any romances or anything, but looks like that will be explored going forward. We obviously had this horrible segment as well to end things off with Ren, Reira, but especially this prick. Forget his name now. Kind of hope I forget his name for the future. Takumi. Cheating on Komatsu, which yeah, you'd love to see, but yeah. We'll get into chapter 51. Again, just going to switch over websites real quick so we can get a coloured version of the images, and I'll read through it all in a moment. Lovely little setting of Tokyo right here. Again, looks like a real photo. Just little editing of a trap nest on there. Oh, nice little cover here. Lovely little cover here with Osaki. 51, getting close to 52. And she's got a pack of cigarettes between her boobs. So women do like putting stuff between their boobs. That probably sounds bad, but a lot of friends, a lot of girlfriends, not girlfriends, but friends that I've had that are girls used to hide a lot of stuff in their boobs. Again, I used to do drugs and such, so it'd usually be drugs and cigarettes, and they'd just store them in their boobs. And if I ever had any drugs or anything, I'll give them to the girls so they could bring them in with their boobs. As bad as that sounds, but yeah, I like the little bikini skirt going on here, and of course Osaki is gorgeous as always. But yeah, we'll get right into chapter 51. Again, no real idea what to expect here. Takumi said he'd tried to come home every night, but there were a lot of times when he didn't come home because of work. Most of the time it was probably really was work, but sometimes my instincts told me otherwise. It's the thing, it's a really good excuse, isn't it? Because most of the time it is work, you can get away with it when it's not work. I don't care if Takumi has 100 women. As long as I'm number one, that's alright. Like, what kind of thinking is that? Like I said, I'm the complete opposite of there's even if there's another guy just trying to be friends with her, just trying his luck, because guys know what guys are like. Get pissed off of that. And yeah, I've said about my kind of spirits with that. As long as I'm number one, that's alright. I'll keep on being number one, no matter what. I don't like that. And I feel like that's a kind of... I've also spoke about... What the fuck? No. Just a full screen ad. I've also spoke about, oh, that's my train of thought now. Yeah, I spoke about before how I didn't look after myself at all, really, and I feel like this is along that same line, honestly, of she's looking out for her kid, but she's not looking after herself in this situation. What does this do to you, knowing that you're getting cheated on? I mean, she doesn't know for sure, don't get me wrong, but she has those woman instincts, so yeah. a mother's instincts. That she is getting cheated on. Like, that can't be good for you as your own self value and such, can it? Really can't. What kind of way of thinking is that? Like, that is just that really does just seem like horrible way of thinking, doesn't it? I'm getting cheated on, but as long as I'm number one, that's fine. I don't know about that, but yeah. Vroom. Hey, it's Rayra. Who's this all covered up here? Oh, is this actually Rayra? She's so beautiful. Yeah, it is. This is actually Rayra right here, I think. I want that sign. But don't you think Rayra seems really fake when you see her on TV? It's annoying. I don't like aren't I the best singer in the world way she sings? Damn. You know what? That's kind of understandable. You do have those figures that are just like, they seem so far away. No, they're the best and such. They're dislikable people because of that. Of course, these guys have no idea who the real Rayra is, but she probably does think that. I like Nana better. She's cool, but she's a natural. No, she doesn't. She's got that do or die quality when she sings. That is very true. It stabs you in the heart. Yeah, I can see that. Totally. I can't wait for their new album. I'll buy it for sure. Can't imagine that's very nice to hear, is it? I've had a bit of that problem as well, because I'm quite a quiet guy. Like I said, I went through that whole change in my life. I'm quite a quiet guy. I feel like people... Well, I don't feel like I know, but I don't actually know. But I feel like people think I'm like a certain way because I don't speak a lot. I don't voice my opinions. Again, if I haven't got anything nice to say, I usually won't say it. Don't get me wrong, I'll criticise people when I have to and such. But I'm not too much of a talker, of a socialite per se, and I feel like people put a certain stigma on you because of that. But honestly, I just kind of like being to myself, and yeah. But people will make their assumptions even though they really don't know much at all. Blast single debuted at #1 in the very first week with a record-breaking number of CDs sold, knocking Trap Nest down a notch to #2. But Takumi seemed totally unfazed and actually content, as if he had just finished some big project. You know what? Personally, I mean, being #1 is always going to be great. Being very successful is always going to be great. But again, with my YouTube, and personally, I wouldn't like to be #1. It's too much of a big deal, if you know what I'm saying. Like, I think being comfortable at like #2 or #3, and like just doing what you love doing and not being too pressurized to be #1 and out the best stuff ever. I feel like that's actually like where you want to be, isn't it? Most comfortable. It's never comfortable being #1. Ding dong. Hello? Who is this? Is this the girl that Takumi was sleeping with? She doesn't look very happy that Komatsu's answered the door. She doesn't look very nice at all, actually. They mentioned this a few chapters ago, didn't they? People so beautiful that they're quite scary. This girl is that very stern. I'm hoping this is a dream sequence right now. That's my hope here. What the fuck? Excuse me? Pregnant. Got some dirty gloves on. I think this is a dream sequence. I hope so. But again, this is your intuition telling you something right here. If this is a dream sequence. Holy shit. So she's dreaming about like a jealous one of Takumi's lovers, jealous of the fact that she's not #1. Maybe killing #1. Because that's also a thing. Like, people, like, I said that about being #2 and #3, for example, but those people in that position of being #2 and #3 want to challenge to be #1, and they usually do anything and they put a lot of effort into that. But so maybe like 5th or 6th best band in Japan would be good. But yes, there's another worry about, again, upcoming kind of upstarts. As I was saying there before I had to sneeze, apologies about that. Again, another thing about being number one, isn't it, about those upstarts from number two, number three actually surpassing you at some point, and that being a worry, and then would you ever come back from that? I feel that this fits pretty nicely with what we just saw about Reira. Kind of a similar line of thought between the band and Komatsu, which is like, that shouldn't be a thing. You shouldn't be equating your relationship to a band's financial and kind of successful situation, honestly. But again, I'm hoping this is a dream sequence. Can't imagine it. This was real. I kind of maybe hope it is real, but she didn't stab her. Because if it is real, then hopefully Komatsu will stay the fuck away from tackling me. You better stay away from my man. I've come to take what's mine. So it's a TV show. Okay. To be continued. That's horrible. And when everything was going so good, why? And you know, it's all that lying, cheating, dude's fault. She should stab him instead. It's not fair. Yeah, hide, you rat. Hide. In your little hole. But Tsukima Morishita is so beautiful. I think she's way better than Nami Sakaguchi. She's totally believable. Oh, she looks exactly like Nana. You think? I wasn't paying attention. Have you ever met her? I don't know. I don't remember. Doesn't she remind you of Reira? Right, so that actually is the woman he was sleeping with on the TV show right here. I think it is. Wow. No? Why would she? Really? I don't mean her looks necessarily, but her body and facial expressions. Wait, look again. Hey, why don't you go out and do something instead of sitting here all day watching the soaps you taped? You don't have to stay here because of me. No, it's rare for you to be home and relaxed. I'm happy right here. I'm just going to chill here with you. See, I can never really appreciate these segments because I just don't like him. I don't like this guy. He doesn't deserve this. I'm sorry that I can't take you out anywhere. But here at home is where I want to be most. I want our house to be at home. November 10th. That was supposed to be our wedding day. Which is today. Takumi could have just worked all day if he wanted to, but he stayed at home in Shirogane, and I appreciated his consideration. Hello, Serizawa delivery service. I tried taking a walk from my place to the train station to relax, but it was loud and crowded and I got even more depressed, so I took a cab. It's quite horrible, isn't it? She had to get out of her place to relax and she had to encounter all that. I have to get my driver's license. We've got some lovely food here. Want to go out for a drive? We've got nothing better to do. Where do you want to go? The sea. Chug a chug. Chug a chug. Asami. How are you? I'm not okay. Why didn't I hear from you the whole week? I'm lonely and not eating and my boobs got small. I'm in shock. Chug a chug. Hakata. Approaching Hakata Station. Hey ship, wake up. We're getting off here. Ring. Job listings weekly. I'm lonely too. I can't take it anymore. I wish I had a portal to anywhere I wanted to go. Then I could go see you right now. That's so cringe. How did you know we were on this train? Coincidence? You're lying. Just drink this and good luck. She puts some kind of potion into his pocket. Who is this? Quite cute. A fan, I guess. That was another one of the girls. I guess these are the fans that we saw last episode. Mamushi. Good luck with what? So is that a bottle of alcohol, I imagine? Yuri. The favour of my life. Please email me as soon as you find out what hotel you're staying at tonight. Don't tell anyone. Please don't tell anyone. Mamushi is a sexual energy drink. What the fuck? Is that a thing? Is that a thing? I know there's energy drinks. There's such thing as sexual energy drinks. That's very sus. Very suspect. Do you know, there was always this one energy drink, I remember, that I think it came out when I was in high school, like a year or two into high school. The closest shop to the school randomly just came out with this one energy drink called Pussy. And it tasted like absolute shit. But of course everyone just bought it because of the name. Honestly, quite a smart marketing technique to teens. It's like one of those things where horror movies are 18 and above, but they're actually kind of more marketed towards teenagers and people that can't actually watch it because that is their target audience. It's kind of like the same thing there. You're not actually allowed to buy energy drinks or anything when you're underage in the UK. As I've said before, I always used to buy alcohol for my friends and stuff, so I never got ID'd for anything pretty much. Plop. Ring. From you. Interesting change of expression right there. She almost looks scared. What's that about? Because she hung up. Just doesn't want to go back to that guy or something, I guess. I don't really know. And she looked almost a bit scared. Yeah? It's me. Freak. That is the expression of this guy, isn't it? Guy again. I really don't know where Yuri is. Who are you? Nice to meet you. My Suzuki. I like the hat. It's a nice little hat. Little tie as well. I'm not sure what that is, honestly. Ribbon tie thing. New talent? No, a new employee. But she'll be living here too. What? New resident. Cool. Why are you putting staff in the dorms for talent? It's alright. There are a lot of empty rooms. Don't be mean. So uptight like a sister-in-law. Kinda true. I'm sorry. I'll leave as soon as I find a place to live. She really isn't very warm at all, is she, when meeting new people? Just a horrible scowl on her face. I feel quite bad for this girl. Actually seemed quite nice so far. Sugimura, is this another runaway you picked up? Give me a break. What are you going to make her do? It's not like that. Now that Blast is so popular, Gin needs some extra help managing. We'll have her do some personal assistance when they get back from tour. Okay, well that's that. Take good care of her. I don't got time to babysit, but you got a lot of free time, right? Babysit? How old are you? I'm 20. The president told you to say that, didn't he? How old are you really? 17. Sigh. Oh god. Is that legal? Probably. Hold on a sec. I think you can start working whenever, really, but hold on a sec. I'll show you around the neighbourhood. What? No, really, you don't have to do that. It's not safe around here. There are certain streets you shouldn't walk down alone. There are shops you probably shouldn't go into. Gosh, you sound so ominous right now. What the fuck? I mean, that's true everywhere, really, isn't it? But, well, maybe not the shops thing. I don't think there's any shops around me that you probably shouldn't go into. Maybe some like pubs or something, perhaps. Some like roughneck pubs or something out there. But it sounds so ominous right here. Again, definitely not a first impressions type of girl, Mew. You don't want something bad to happen, do you? This girl's fucking terrified. Imagine just rocking up here as this girl. I'd be like, fucking hell, get me out of this place already. Wow, there's almost no traffic out here. So where are we going? All I see are mountains. To the end of the earth. Really? Random Rayra? Oh, this is the paparazzi. Oh dear. This could be bad. Yeah. Like literally getting tailed. I wonder where they're going all by themselves. This lady's on tour. Looks romantic. Very interesting. Tell them to wherever they go. God, why does it have to rain everywhere we go? Who's the rain lady? You're the only lady in our band. Is it me? Rain like this every day bums me out. Well, tomorrow it'll be snowing in Sapporo, and it's already snowing. It's already snow season in Hokkaido. Are we really in Kyushu? It doesn't feel like it. Let's do something in Kyushu. All right, let's drink some smochu. Shochu, sorry, smochu. Please, not today. My body already feels totally pickled. That's a shame they left where they were before. Again, I was hoping to maybe see more interaction between Osaki and her sister, but hopefully that'll come later down the line. I still want to find out some more about fake Misato. What a wimp. I'll drink with you, Nana. You rich boys are all. Yasu. Good night. Whatever. But again, let's all have a drink together. Really? How could I say no to you? Asami, welcome home. The door to room 2202 will take you anywhere. I'm waiting. Nobu? Yeah? God, that's pretty cute that she kind of delivered on that portal thing. Even though that was a cringe line. It's actually quite cute that she delivered on that. She made it a good one. I need to talk to you. Come in. What? Can we talk tomorrow? You know the girl who got your second button? Is her name Marina? That's why she's so slippery. No, it's Marika. I'm not sneaking around with groupies like you. Oh shit, he's let him know that he saw it. Now I know your sore spot. Look, don't ask, don't tell. Just let me do my thing. Sammy came all the way here to see me. What? I thought Sammy was... I'm living for love after all. I'm going to drink the mamushi and get lucky. Wait. And I can't let you go yet. Missing? Well, I guess now we know where she is. Interesting. Why didn't you tell me? Well, I told you, you would have freaked out and wouldn't have been able to play. But it had been a week, so I got worried. I said more in a Yasu voice. Still, I don't understand. I don't really try and put voices on, but I try and at least get the tone right a little bit. It's not like I'm going to shout and laugh when I'm not laughing, but yeah, I'm just going to read it like I read usually. It does feel weird when I said that in a upbeat voice like Nobu would. Still, I don't understand why Asami didn't tell me anything. She's not the most private or tactful person. Oh, definitely. Oh. God, I really don't get women. Am I that stupid? Hey, I don't get it either. Do you know what? Me too. I don't get it. I don't understand either. I guess every time Yuri talked about wanting to quit her job, her boyfriends ran away. So she probably was afraid you'd do that too. What the? Why'd they run away? I don't get those guys either. I don't know. Maybe they were after her prawn money, or were scared of the wrath of Shikai. Something like that. What the hell? I don't even want to understand. I think it is a thing of some of them probably, like they mentioned here, probably scared of the managers or whatever of Yuri. Can't imagine they'd be too happy letting one of their prized assets go, so they would incur some wrath of the industry, I imagine. Yuri signed a 2-year prawn video contract with Shikai last spring, right when she started getting big. She's still got 6 months left on the contract. She probably signed it because it was big money. But according to Gin, if she quits now, she'll owe them twice that amount as a penalty for the breach of the contract. That just seems stupid then, doesn't it? Like, I know 6 months is a long time, but it's also not that long. Especially compared to a year and a half. She's already done a year and a half. Just do the, especially if you've got to pay double. That seems ridiculous. That seems like a ridiculous clause in the contract, honestly. Although I can't imagine she thoroughly went over it too much. Something I always make sure to do. I've seen so many movies and so many shows of people getting scammed contracts and stuff. I don't know if everyone's like this, but I've just got to check every detail of like anything I sign or things like that. Not exactly every detail, but like especially if they're like 50 odd pages long, but you gotta know what you're getting into. Contract money may sound nice, but it's a trap so she can't run away. And so they can make money at the same time. And because Yuri got a big advance, her pay for each video is small compared to most prawn stars. Yeah. So as expected, someone getting scammed from the prawn industry. Never heard that before. I imagine that's a more than daily occurrence, honestly. She wants to quit now. She has to film a lot of videos to make money. And Shikai will make even more money, because they get a big cut from each video. Scumbags. Yeah, but Yuri should have never signed a contract like that, just for a lump sum. Ever since she got famous, she spends all her money on her boyfriends, and then crawls back to the dorms when she runs out. It's happened a lot. She'll never save any money like that. It's a vicious cycle. Huh? But I thought she's living in the dorms because her fans are stalking her. Oh man, why does she lie when she can be caught so easily? Is she making a fool of me? No, I think she just wanted to protect herself. Isn't she? Totally normal. Well, I don't necessarily know why she moved back into the dorms this time. And of course she's not going to tell you she blew all her money on her and an ex-boyfriend. It's not that she's a bad person, but she's even more thoughtless than Hachi. I'm just wondering if you can really handle it. How much is the breach of contract penalty? A contract is for 20 million, so she'd owe them 40. I don't know exactly how much that is, but we're talking a lot of money here. I mean, that says a lot. So what is it? 40, £200,000. Holy shit! We're talking £200,000 here, by the way. Holy shit! What's that in dollars? What, like $300,000? 200? I think the pound is actually not too great nowadays. So like $250,000 or something. Crazy. I want to check. I've never been great at knowing currencies, but oh, I was close. I was kind of close. As I said, the pound has lost a lot of value. Oh, I was spot on. Love that. $250,000. Yeah. As I said, maybe not too many years ago, it would have been 300,000, I imagine. What the hell? That's way more than the kind of money we deal in. I don't have anywhere near that. Gaia made quite an exception with the advance they gave us, so be thankful for what we got. Well, Yuri must have been quite an exception too. Really? A lot of new artists actually paid to have their CD released, so why would Gaia go out of their way to give a band signing money? If you think going major label will make you rich, think again. Yeah, but we didn't want to be taken to the cleaners by our label, especially when they're trashing Nana's reputation for publicity. So I made a big stink to the Fox, who I thought had a hand in all this, and told him we'd take our CD to someone else. It was all a bluff. Then they panicked, as I expected. The mastermind, Yasu. Sometimes I do think he does look like an 80-year-old woman on holiday. Like those glasses especially are invoking of like an 80-year-old woman who thinks she's stylish, sitting on the beach. If you guys see that sometimes as well, but I milked the situation to get us a good contract with several advantages. Why should the record label be the only one to make money? Well, aren't you crafty? Well, he is a lawyer, so makes total sense, doesn't it? Well, he was a lawyer. I can't believe all your risky biz and secret man maneuverings. Sorry, I can't believe all your risky biz and secret maneuverings. You really are a bad boy behind the scenes. It isn't so risky. I only gamble when I know I'm going to win. And gambling should always be done in secret. Yasu, you're so... Well, it's cool for now. So what? Is there anything I can do about Shikai? I haven't seen the contract, so I can't really comment, but I'm not sure there's anything you can do. Don't be so honest. Can't you think of something? You're an unlicensed lawyer. Why don't you think of something? Most people would say that Yuri deserves to be stuck in the mud. And you're someone who's participated in her impulsive behaviour. Just because you're in love with her doesn't mean you can relieve her of the consequences of her actions. And it's arrogant for you to think so. It's not wrong for him to want to, though, is it, at all? Don't get me wrong, I agree with that statement, but it's not wrong for him to want to, is it? I understand that you want to help her, but don't act so righteous, like Shikai is evil and it's all their fault. But what? Well, I mean, they are exploiting people, so I mean, it is again, she signed it, yes, but that's how they get you with a lot of things in this world, isn't it? You decided, you fucking chose them, you chose the president, you chose blah blah blah, you chose me as your mayor, blah blah blah, it's your fault. It's not how everything works, is it, Yasu? I mean, again, I'm not saying they're evil, but I imagine their format and their design is to prey upon those that are unknowing. Again, like with Yasu's contract, their initial contract would have scammed them. The only way we got through that is because he was a lawyer. If you show that contract to 100 sets of bands, like 80 of those bands are gonna be scammed. Like, yeah. So it's not like they're completely evil, but you can't relieve them of all fucking of all accountability for the situation. But yeah. I don't like scammers. I hate scammers. I hate EA Sports, who are the biggest scammers. I think I've said before how I used to scam EA, and I used to love it. I used to make money off scamming them. Not truly scamming them, but like just using their assets against them in a way. I won't say too much more, but yeah. But what can I do about a huge wad like 40 million? Why is it always about money? It was just to go into slight more detail. It was like I sold things from some of their games. It's quite funny because that's totally against their policy or whatever to sell their assets for real money and such. But in the same instance, they'll let people buy, no matter what age, people buy coins and credits for real money for virtual online assets. And I remember a lot of my friends when they were kids were using their mum's cars to buy points and such. And one of my friends used a lot of money from his grandma, and it went to absolute shit. And it's like a very common thing. You see kids spending. I think there was one with like an Asian kid spending all of his parents' life savings on a game in crypto, not crypto, but on game currencies and such. And it's just disgusting how easy it is to buy something like that, and just use a shit ton of money. As a kid, you don't know what you're doing, that you don't really have an understanding of where that comes from. It's like, absolutely hate scumbags like EA, especially because the quality of their games is absolutely shite as well. But I was one of those guys that used to play like FIFA every year and played a few of their games, but stopped years ago. As I said, for a few years I was exposing them a little bit in that sense, but get bored of it. It was fun though, fun scamming the scammers, honestly. But what can I do about a huge reward like 40 million? Why is it always about money? I don't think having the money would be enough to solve this. Even if she quits, the video she's already in will never go away. If she's with a guy who can't tolerate that, he'll drive her into a corner. Just try to think about it, Nobu. Why Hachi ended up choosing Takumi. Damn, really? I'm going to bring this up right now? I guess that is kind of what happened a little bit with those guys, isn't it? Just try to think about it, Takumi. Try to think about it, Nobu, sorry. Why Hachi ended up choosing Takumi. Nobu couldn't tolerate the fact of Takumi being involved in all this, I guess. Involved with Komatsu. Interesting. Quite harsh from Yasu, but oh dear. Sugimura. That's just sad as well, isn't it? Damn. But that's one thing you got to appreciate the show. I mean, it's very realistic, but it's like I appreciate the fact that it's so realistic, but it is like it does seem, especially like there was a big turning point in the show of like just like bad things happen all the time. It's very real in that aspect, isn't it? Just like people have to deal with issues and things like this every day of their lives. A lot of people, us, me, you, we've all got issues and problems. Not nowhere near it like this, luckily. But yeah, it's just so real in that aspect. So again, I had to cut there. A little bit ill today, sneezing quite a bit, so apologies. But I was gonna say there, it almost seems like it's quite I wouldn't say like downbeat, but it really kind of I guess downbeat is a word. I can't think of the word I was gonna say, but there's a lot of downs, isn't there, in this show? But it kind of makes all those good moments even brighter. And again, the real world is very much like that, isn't it? It's very realistic. It's I imagine if you're like a teenager reading this, it's like, holy shit, is this what adults going to be like? Just setback after setback after setback. But like I said, it does make those kind of successes and those good moments even better. But even then, like even those great moments, like for example, Blast getting the contract and such, even then there's still kind of negatives to that, with us seeing what the band has to deal with now and such, and just so realistic. It's interesting because you think of anime and manga and such as an escape from the realistic, but everyone loves drama and chaos as well, so humans love watching chaos unfold. Yuri ran away from home. Sugimura picked her up off the streets 5 years ago. She was wandering around Shinjuku like a stray cat. Really? So Sugimura is nicer than he looks. Apologies, guys. Picking a sweet little girl up off the streets like that. Yeah, right. He knew he could sell her for lots of money. Yeah, he's doing exactly what he looks like he'd do. But Shikai fronts as an agency, so the press said let's have her debut as a celebrity. Because she's good looking. Fronts? So what do you really do? Well, celebrities weren't so popular at the time, and she didn't sell that anyway. And she didn't sell that way. The president was out of touch. The innocent type of celebrity doesn't sell. So then we had her do sexed up photos in magazines, and that worked. Sexed up photos, by the way. Never heard that sentence said in my life. She tried really hard to make people like her, and before you knew it, all her clothes were off. That's just horrible, right? That's just awful. Well, you know it. All her clothes were off. Well, so what? She's got guts. Then the president said he wanted to make Yuri a star of these old Roman prawn films. How archaic. Oh, like the films Nikatsu used to make? I can see the guy going for something like that. Shin, how do you know about all that kind of stuff? Especially old man stuff. But these days, theatre prawn doesn't make much. So they put her in lots of videos. And that's how she got famous. But actually, Yuri really can act. So in retrospect, she probably could have done well as a regular actress too. It's never too late to start. Well, there'd be so much stigma on her if she was to start that now, wouldn't there be? She's still young, beautiful, and popular. No way. No one wants to see Yuri Kosaka with her clothes on. Her popularity works against her there. Yuri has to stick with prawn. You're right. Now that I care about not that I care about naked women, but I believe Gin is gay, isn't he? Some people say you can just make a new start, but it's not easy because your past is part of who you are. It'll always come back to haunt you. I would never consider knocking down what's been built in order to start over. If you stand your ground and keep building, will it turn into your ideal structure someday? Interesting point there. I don't think so. If you think about it, I'm thinking about just like a stack of bricks right now. Some of them are a bit wonky out of place, some of them veer, and like maybe veers a different direction, but the start and the starting structure is always the same. Like that never changes. So you can't change that, so it can't become your ideal structure, in my opinion. Interesting to think about though. Like the way he thought about that. Rayra, we're here. Huh? It's fucking almost 1 AM. Jesus. Snowing. And we're at the beach. I knew it was time for the first snowfall out here. When I die, scatter my ashes in the sea here. Oh, what a good idea. Do the same thing for me too. So the first one to die gets their wish. Let's ask someone who'll live longer. Like now, okay. Then we should ask Takumi. Even if someone kills him, he won't die. He doesn't care enough to do something like that. He'd complain it'd be putting him out. You're totally right. I don't want him to complain about me even after I'm dead. Speaking of Takumi, that reminds me. What about band stuff? We've got work tomorrow afternoon. Should we just fly back in the morning? But your car? I'll ask someone to take it back. He really needs new tyres, so it'd be dangerous to drive right now. Then I'll stay with you. You're a bad girl, your mummy will cry. Go stay with your mum. You got a wife, so that would so what would you want with me? Why is it so sleazy? We aren't married yet. Well, you almost are. Everything but. Are we? I don't really get the meaning of marriage. What's it for? Then why did you propose to her? I guess I felt like I had to. Why's that? Drive the mosquitoes away? To get rid of Baldy. To drive Yasu out of Nana's heart. It was a bit of a desperate move, wasn't it? It definitely felt like that. I'm like a little boy. What good would a contract on a piece of paper do? It makes me even emptier when I try to keep her with something like that. I probably want Nana to stop singing too. I want her to always be by my side and only think of me. Lately, I just feel like killing her. Then Nana would be mine, and only mine forever. What? Excuse me? That's way too far. Again, I've felt feelings of possessiveness and stuff before, but holy shit. I've seen this before in a few movies and such where people feel like this. It's usually very extreme. Holy shit. I feel like killing her. Wow. Honestly, Rayra, I'd be a bit scared right now. There's something really wrong with me. Someone please kill me. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Quite amazing because, again, I spoke about my experiences with drugs and stuff before. And I felt like, again, I didn't take care of myself or anything. And I'm obviously not super well off or anything like that. I'm not a famous fucking guitarist or whatever. But I can only imagine how being in a position of like status like this would actually maybe make you feel even crazier. Like you're worth nothing, but you're actually worth a lot. But you're actually like you as a person feel like you're worth absolutely nothing. Must be even more kind of isolating. Strangely, you wouldn't think it would be, but I can understand how it actually would. Nana, hey, your last words. Still go back and forth between hope and despair. That's another thing, isn't it? With almost every chapter I've read has ended awfully. Still go back and forth between hope and despair. You whispered softly like you were talking to yourself. I want to go to the sea. There they are. You know, I did think he went back to his hometown here. It seemed pretty I've seen it before, is what I'm trying to say. I can't remember the word for it. Apologies. Yeah, that is it. Sid and Nancy. Love kills. Love kills. I hope these are not some like red flags right now for people dying. Yeah, that is the end of this chapter. Let's got a little sneak peek at the cover of the next one. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Again, apologies, there's a shit ton of cuts in this video. Not sure why, but I'm just sneezing like crazy and my allergies are playing up like crazy right now. So apologies about that. Probably sound a bit different as well. Can't really breathe too much through my nose right now. But yeah, good stuff here. Again, very sad ending, both with Yuri and with Ren right here. But yeah, some great stuff. Like I said, I say it was awful, but I'm talking in terms of like the events, not actually the writing or anything. It's just, yeah, it's just super depressing right now. As I said, almost every chapter just feels like super depressing, and it feels like, yeah, it's totally relatable in a lot of instances, like I said here with Ren, but just sadness. We've got so far and so much great things have happened, but there's so much sadness that comes with it. Yeah, definitely looking forward to seeing more of this new girl as well. But yeah, do let me know what you guys thought about this chapter down in the comment section. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys did like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. I'll be back next week with chapter 52, so yeah, that should be a good one. Not sure what I said there. Thank you guys for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day.